Hello, hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing today? Oh, why is this music still playing? Oh, right. Yeah, because that's. Okay, just give me 1 second. Give me one sequito. Uno momento. And okay. Cool. Uh, hello, everyone that's here. Welcome to the weekly Tower of God streams. I'm gonna try and get back on this weekly grind here. Um, I have been just oh so tired of, if I'm being honest, of having to wait a month to read these and risk getting spoiled of stuff. Um, I think I mentioned it in the last reaction that we did, but I got spoiled of the Essentio review, like specifically because of that. Like I guess because I had waited so long when that chapter came out. There was like a bunch of people on YouTube that had used that as their thumbnail, and so I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess he comes back. So no more, none of that. I'm going to be caught up weekly, or at least as best as I can, and because I freaking love this story. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out for just a minute or two. I figure it's one chapter, so I don't want to, no real need to drag out the intro and stuff, but just enough to say hi to some people. We got Shafad in here. Hello. Sorry, Kano, of course. Thank you for stopping by. Pipe Charms, yeah, I made it. Hello. What up? And the user, hello. Sorry, Con, I'm finally on break from school, so today I get to stay for the whole stream. Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah, I guess now would be winter break, right? What's today? December 8th. Now, or more or less, would be when everybody's starting to get off for winter break. That's awesome. All the more time to watch some dope streams. That's cool. When will Demon Slayer reactions be coming out? Stay tuned. Don't have an exact date. We did record the first episode. Um, so all I will say is stay tuned. Definitely keep checking our community post, our socials, because especially over the next week, we're going to be, posting a lot of updates and information and stuff in regards to the channel. So definitely, if you want to know what's going on, want to stay in the loop, either hit up the community post, like I just said, check our Twitter, or hop in our Discord, because that's probably the best and most direct way to reach us. If you want to hit up Ian, myself, any of the mods, we try to keep them informed at least as much as we can, with scheduling and what's going on, what's happening where. So yeah, one of those three things, all of which are linked down below, so you can go check that out. And yeah, that'd be awesome. Definitely be awesome. Hopefully doing it weekly will work out. Yeah, I know, you and me both. I'm hoping that it's like a little weird because it's like, because it's only one chapter, that means that the streams are going to be shorter. Oh, by the way, let me know how I sound. I don't know the volume. I see my audio's coming in, but I just want to make sure it's, not too loud, not too quiet, etc. But yeah, it's going to be a little, like, I don't know, I guess easier in a way, right? Because it's one chapter, so the streams will be shorter. It's not as much information to digest, and that'll, hopefully help me, I guess, like with, comprehending the story. Not that I've ever really had a hard time comprehending the story, but like, it's just a different experience when you're getting like a bunch of chapters in one go versus one chapter. You can kind of like really sit down and analyze things. So that's always much better, and personally, the way I prefer it. But yeah, I'm excited to start doing it this way, definitely, because I'm a Tower of God fanboy. What can I say? Um, I think you're going to love this chapter, Mr. No Name. Thank you, Mr. I'm very excited. I know. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit of recap, right? Last reaction was actually incredibly hyped. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fan of White personally. I don't know about you guys, but I love White as a villain and as a character. I know, like, not that I, obviously condone anything he does or has done, but I think you'd be lying if you said there was nothing charming about that character. There is the level of, like, honesty and even, and dare I say, like integrity to his own, to himself, or not integrity, that's maybe the wrong like phrase, wrong word, but like I don't really know how to describe it, but there's something about that character that his personality and his charisma just kind of like really, really shines through, even though he's such a like terrible, person. Um, that I don't know. I just, that combined with like he's very, very easy on the eyes. Um, I love that character. So that being said, was a little I was a little disheartened, a little like I was upset, especially after that was last week, yeah, last week's reaction. Uh, that White is probably no longer with us. I say probably because this is Tower of God, and the way they kind of do this whole like, so and so died, but then, oh, just kidding, like their soul, like, their body's gone, but their soul is like sucked inside you, and then you can you know, I could see an avenue in which the story takes that it might be like, okay, White is gone, right? Because White is actually the combination of all his siblings, and that being like using that spell. But like Joaquin, or maybe one of the Albedo, or like one of the other siblings might have survived, and there might be some like weird offshoot way to introduce a villain like that, I guess, or who knows, maybe it won't even be a villain, but like a character like that back into the story. So, but I think White effectively is dead, which I don't really like, because I like that villain, man. I personally think he was one of the best villains that this story had, and yeah, I don't know. I'm sad to see him go. The audio is good, awesome. White has so much charisma. Yeah, he really does. I love him. Oh heck yeah, White's my favorite character. Facts. Say more. He's also hilarious. His ego is the size of the tower. 100%. That I think White really believed that like he was gonna, dethrone Jihad, beat his dad, and like own this tower. And I'm not gonna say like part of me wanted him to do that, because obviously the methodology and stuff that he had was corrupted and all that. But I don't know. I wish, like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I wish he had stuck around personally. But nonetheless, we have what we have. We basically, last chapter, to get back to the recap, we had that huge fight, which was epic as all hell, where Bam went full, like nine-tail Kurama mode, or six tails, or something of that equivalent, and absolutely uh, wrecked house. I mean, this man pulled some straight Enryu level stuff. When I was reading, we read the last chapters. That's all I could see. Every time, like, there's those shots of like Bam like floating above the, floating in the sky, and like literally raining down Shinsu. I mean, like, that's exactly what Enryu is capable. That's exactly the kind of thing that he would do, and that's exactly the kind of, that's what we've been told that like irregulars are capable of, right? So it's so interesting to see him get put in this, this position where it's like he's getting closer and closer to the sort of all-powerful being that we've been told he's eventually gonna be. Yeah, it's actually absolutely crazy. Also, Ian's really gonna miss the feet panels. Yeah, it's a shame. White was his prime suspect. I mean, that dude was just rocking the barefoot look from day one. I think even as Joaquin, it's it's a tragedy. He will be missed. Uh, Not in the way you wanted to, though. I kind of want to know more about him. The RA family lore is interesting. Yeah, I really, I know SIU has said, and it's like a very popular fan requested, to get into like the family heads, or the family head, and just like the 10 family history, I guess, or the drama between them, because it's so interesting to me. When we started reading the story, I was kind of in the boat, and I guess the story makes it seem that way, that like Jihad is here, and all the 10 families are like right here, they're right underneath him, but they're like at his side, and they're with him. But the more you go through the story, the more you realize like, no, actually they've all been kind of corrupted, but like the family, the 10 family dynamics are like against each other, right? There's like certain families that don't like other families, and so certain ones that support Jihad, certain ones that maybe don't, or they do less. It's so I'm so interested in getting like what the rundown here is with like because it kind of feels like it's leading to this thing where basically, you know, I don't know if this is the exact breakdown, granted, but like we have 10 families, right? So we end up getting like 5 families on our side, and then 5 families that still end up supporting jihad. And like when the war breaks out, like it's going to be like, that'll be our force. Because to be honest, if it was like us against jihad and the 10 families, like I kind of think we're screwed either way, unless, you know, unless being an irregular is like actually the like definitively broken. You know, I feel like those 10 families will you know, be able to do some serious damage unless we recruit some of them to our side. So, which I kind of feel like is happening, because from what I remember last about the Ha family, Urin Ha, who we haven't met yet, unfortunately, is not too happy with jihad because him and his like people arrested Yuri, aka the future queen of the tower. So I wonder, you know what I mean, if like the politics and stuff of this war is going to end up driving a wedge even further between jihad and some of these other family heads, or not family heads, but like just the families in general, until like, you know what I mean, it's like, all right, fuck it, you know what, we're going to go join, you know, Bam's team, and like we're you know, we're coming to dethrone you or what have you. Super interesting stuff though. Gustang and the founder of Fug have to appear in this war. In the war, if you mean like just like, yeah, this whole of course, yeah, I mean, I think it would be, you know, if we're talking about like the war as in the total, like the whole thing, this whole fight to the end, like once we get up to jihad, yeah, I think everybody has to, you know, at some point. But like if we're talking about the war, let's just say here on this floor, you know, with Yasiracha, Miss Cheney's for like, you know, all these forces, I actually don't know. I think maybe Gustang is not too far off. Like I could see him appearing. I don't really know why, you know, unless there's something he specifically needs. But the founder of Fug, I actually don't think we'd see him yet. Like, you know, again, if we're talking just this floor, this fight here. But it's definitely interesting. The family heads are like doing their own thing. I feel like some might side with Bam. Yeah, totally. It's now that I'm like much reassured that like the family heads aren't all, you know, like super loyalist like for jihad. I totally buy that some of them, you know, with persuasion, would definitely end up joining Bam's side. Yeah, definitely. I say it'd be like gone but no forgotten. Facts. White, you crazy, psychopathic, beautiful killer. You will be missed. All right. I'm gonna get into this chapter, but before I do, I want to give one shout out to Dr. Bonehead. He is doing, or I should say we collectively are running a D&D like style / inspired tabletop game over on his channel that is called Towers and God. So it's a Tower of God mixed with D&D, and it's this really cool, you know, sort of our take, our spin on what the world of Tower God looks like 15,000 years, or, you know, more or less, before this story here, before the current story. And it's got me in it. I'm playing a character called Gasu. We have other Joe, as he's referred to on Dr. Bonehead's channel, who plays Damien Frog. We have Hannah, another talented voice actor, who plays Eden. We have Sun Wu, who plays a character named Kaseki Wu. And we have Milios, who plays Brack. And then Joe is our DM. He also like does all the voicing and stuff for a lot of the NPCs. It is really fun. It's funny, I've never done anything like that before I started this. This is my first sort of exposure to this like D&D style world. But it's really freaking fun. It is one of the highlights of my week. Like it's one of the things I look the most forward to doing every week. And we actually just recently, we used to do it bi-weekly. We recently just moved it to weekly like sessions, weekly episodes. And so we have 5 episodes out right now. If you go over to Dr. Bunhead's channel, he has like a playlist, all 5 episodes. You can just totally, you know, binge, go through them, get lost and invested in this really cool, you know, take on the Tower God world that Joe's created. And like very impressive, might I add. I was very blown away and am continuing to be blown away by just where this story is going, how well it's crafted, and how well it still feels like Tower of God, right? Like we have all these new characters. Obviously we are the lore of Tower of God is like our foundation here, but like the story he's spun, and the all these new characters we've met, and like, again, props to all the other people that were, that I'm doing this with. They're all incredibly amazing, and the way that they play their characters, it's just so fun. It's so cool. Definitely go check it out. Again, and it's on Dr. Bonehead's channel. There's 5 episodes out right now. We, as of right now, are doing them. We used to do them Thursdays, but now we're doing them on Fridays. So it's going to be Friday evenings, Friday at 7 p.m. EST, and that's every week. So every week, Friday, hop over to Bonehead's channel, 7 p.m. EST, and come hang out with us. Come enjoy this new story, this new take on Tower of God. It's really cool. Everybody is obviously a fan of Tower of God too, so that helps. But it's really, really fun, and I'd love to see some more of you guys there. Definitely. If Cal Helm's fighting alongside Yvonne Kell, he would be MVP in this fight. Ooh, yeah. That would be... Oh, excuse me. That would be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, man, I can't even, imagine that. That'd be so cool. Can't wait for Towers and Gods on Friday. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. Me neither. I literally, it's like I said, it's become the highlight of my week. I'm just, every week, I'm like, and now I have to wait, a whole nother 7 days until I can play again. It's so fun. Milios is hilarious. And yes, I think, personally, Brack is one of my favorite characters, and it's entirely because Milios is a comedic genius. Just the things that he spins, and the scenarios that he gets his character into, and the way he responds to stuff. It's all again, I don't know how many of you are familiar with it, but it's it's D&D, so in a sense it's kind of like I went to school for acting, and essentially it's just improv. You're just kind of riffing and spinning off of what's happening and what people are saying. Joe has a blueprint for how the story is gonna go, or what's gonna happen, but anything can kind of be anything is up for grabs in terms of what's thrown in the mix, or what interrupts what, and who, and it's just, oh God, it's so fun. Definitely, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Can't wait for a new Towers and Gods episode. Yes. All right, but I've rambled on long enough. Let's begin with Tower God, Chapter 96. Let's do it. Okay, so, damn it. The map boss escape isn't enough of a nuisance, but suddenly the lighthouse is down. I can't see what's happening in this field at all. Yeah, Bam. If you're talking about Bam's field, Bam kind of took that issue out. Floor 52, a dark twist, 15. Oh, okay, we're gonna get the aftermath. This fight was so epic. This was the most hype that I've been for something in Tower of God in a long time. And I know some people are kind of tired of Bam, and kind of think this is a little bit overplayed. And I kind of see where they're coming from. I kind of agree to an extent, but I think this fight was just, it was good. It was a solid fight. Oh, the boy, the legend. Bam! Oh no, he's falling. Rack, catch him. Or who am I kidding? Rack's not gonna catch him. Coon's gonna catch him. Of course, that's his boy. Did I? Oh yeah. I didn't mention it also in the recap, but yes, that when they defeated White, obviously, Coon and Rack also received a power up, which as convenient as it is, it's I don't know, it's interesting. We'll see what they do with it. Oh shit, did he jump up? Always feel this light? Oh yeah. Oh shit. Okay, Coon. Okay. Them bouncy feet. Oh, that's it's the dramatic go ahead. Go catch your husband. Oh. Wait, is that? Oh no, those are I thought for a second I thought Coon had the wings. I was like, oh my god, did we just share all power, all his powers with him? He's safe, I think. Jeez, that was close. He was about to fall straight down. By the way, oh no, it is Coon. It's totally Kun, right? No. Am I tripping? Something about this angle. Hold on. By the way, I'm flying now. Is it because of the power I got from White? Okay, I don't know. All right, he might just be that. He might just be able to fly because of the power he got from White. It might not be those wings necessarily, because I think that's a Bam thing. Oh, Rack. Move, Blue Turtle. Huh? Ah! Oh my god. Rack is just throwing his body. Rack, please don't ever change. Please don't ever change. Rack, relax though. You're gonna make him drop Bam. What the hell are you doing? I almost dropped him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is this feeling? I don't know who's saying that. Oh, it is Rack. It feels like I'm swimming in the boundless ocean so freely. I'm floating in the air. Rack's like, Kun, I'm flying. And Kun is thoroughly unimpressed. You just flew over here. Even Rack is flying so easily. This means Rack and I have gotten stronger by taking power from White. Yeah, y'all just, I mean, I think that L that White took is the best thing that happened to all three of you. Not that Bam necessarily needed it much, but like, y'all really got that. And there must be a big change for Bam as well. Yeah, I mean, but I don't really know if it's like a good change, you know? Let's get down, Rack. Black Turtle, are you okay? Runs with his little mini arms and legs. I think he passed out from the power overload. He's still breathing, so he should be all right. That's a relief. Is that guy really okay? Uh-oh. What that? Huh? What the hell? What the hell? What is this? Is that? Is that Joaquin? Oh. Oh, is his body still floating up there? This is just like basically like the corpse? Damn, bro, he looked beautiful even when he's dying. How you do that? Damn, bruh. Damn, bro. Oh, yep, there it is. Ian would have loved to see it. Coon's like, he's gorgeous. White. Oh, it is White though, not Joaquin. Oh, what? That guy's back to his young self. Oh no, it is Joaquin. Right? What the fuck is going on? No way. The power I've gathered until now drained away. All my power. Like sand running through my fingers. It's gone. Oh shit. So they didn't actually kill White. They just like literally absorbed all of his power. Wait. So is he still? Because Kun just said he was his younger self, right? Yeah, that guy's back to his young self, which I'm assuming would mean Joaquin, right? Because Joaquin looked the most. I mean, Joaquin was kind of the main sibling, at least in terms of White's personality and stuff. And he looked the most like him. So, oh shit! But they didn't actually kill him. Okay. Ooh. Oh, he not happy. He not happy at all. This can't be true. I was on the verge of reaching the same level as my father. Over! Wow. Just like that. Looks like that guy lost it. I guess it's understandable. Well, yeah, kinda. Alright, okay, so he's like alive. Yeah, younger self equals Joaquin. Yeah, okay, so it is he's back to Joaquin basically. But does that mean he still has the same power that Joaquin had, which is obviously weaker than White, or does he have no power at all? Like he lost everything. Bro, this would be a fate worse than death for someone like Joaquin. Like I could totally see him being like, "You should have just killed me. Like you should have just like for you to take all my power, but like leave me kicking." That's even cold. That's even colder. Oh my god. Wait, so if he's Joaquin now, also, does that mean this other siblings got split, or does that mean he's huh? His hair. It's gotten short. He kind of looking like Vincent in this one. His other brother. Thank you. Huh? You made White escape to his inner self. Are you the other self of White Turtle? Oh yeah, that's Vincent, dog. That's Vincent. Wait a minute. You made White escape to his inner self. Oh shit, so did losing his power like cause Joaquin to like recede, go escape into his inner self, and it now Vincent's like coming out? Yama and well, I guess we're gonna have to wait on that answer because now we're going back to Yama and Doom, round 3, I think, right? Round 3. We're done. This is the 3rd time. I'm just saying it, dog. I like Doom's got to die, right? I don't like Doom's gotta he got to be the one to die. I kind of feel like he's completely filled his purpose here, and like there if as a character, and like there's no I don't know. It feels like there's no place for that character to go after this. It's kind of like he helped Yama get the Fang and stuff, and Yama sort of like realized his power. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel like he's up on the chopping block. If somebody were to die, I don't know how this fight's gonna go, but yeah. Ugh, look at that ugly ass cat too. You're here. How foolish of you to throw yourselves into the jaws of the beast, brothers. Ugh, cat is creepy as hell, dude. It's just unnerving. Do you think something's going to change just because you brought your foolish brother? Hey, shut up. That's a bit harsh. Yeah, dog, but it's Yasiracha. When have you known him to be anything other than cruel? He rather seems more like a burden. A burden. Dude, look how much Yama dwarfs Doom. Like, we forget now here, Doom is the eldest brother, but Yama is a tank. He's a literal tower in compared to Doom. I'm just saying, if they were in a family photo, you'd be like, oh, that's the older one, right? A burden. I'm gonna kill that bastard. Well, let's say I'm confident to beat you even with my burden on my back. Damn. Okay, Yama. Hey, sorry about earlier. I don't know who's talking. I disappointed you, didn't I? Oh, that was Yama. I won't let you down this time. Hasn't it only been half a day since you were a letdown? Don't you think you're too hasty? Well, let's find out soon. Oh, wait. Fuck, that was Yama. Fine, let's see. But if you disappoint me again, you'll really die. Oh, shit. Here come the watermelon eyes. The fangs have been revealed. Let's go. Yama's mom must have been huge. I'm just saying, Yama was like a big ass baby too. It wasn't like he was small until he was like 13, and then no. He came out the womb large, bro. That was a large in charge baby. I'm calling him. Okay. Let's go. Yama's gonna be like, all right, Doom, here's a plan. You go up there and take all Yasiracha's punches until I can get an opening, and then I'll kill him. You might die, but like, let's be real. That, you know, what else was gonna happen here? Yama, what's the plan? How about I attack from a distance first, and you strike when there's an open... Did I not call kind of that exact tactic? I mean, I didn't say he was going to attack from a distance, but I mean, come on now. A plan? There's no need to have one. I'm just going to fight him. Okay. I mean, we did try that once, literally in the last match, Yama, and I know you got the Fang power up and everything, but that plan thoroughly did not work. What? You're just going to fight? Are you kidding? You got it so bad last time. Don't make it complicated. A fight is just a fight, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Hey, where are you going? Yasiracha's like, you fool. Oh. Ooh, damn. His move is too big from the start. Did he still not learn from before? It'd be kind of funny if, like, Yama got the power up, but, like, you know, his technique didn't change, you know, so he's like still gonna try the same shit, but just like he's stronger if he hits him. Seeing you come at me with such confidence, I thought you might have something up your sleeve. Damn, Yasiracha said, get away from me with that weak ass sauce. But you don't seem that different from last time. Ooh. Yeah, Yama, we're gonna... I think we need to, like, incorporate you and Doom's best abilities here, right? Doom with the tactics, and then you with the fisty fist. So, like, Doom, come up with the big brain plan here. You know, we need some tactics involved here. And then, like he said, when you get an opening, you go, you know, oda, 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 oda. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. We got the partial transformation out here. Yasiracha might not give you the chance for that. Yama! Ooh. But can he withstand these attacks this time, though? Oh, damn. He just got Doom on standby. Ugh. Are you okay? I told you we need a plan, you moron. You were so full of confidence, but nothing changed. Let me go. I'm going to beat the shit out of that guy. Moron, it's you who's going to get roughed up. I don't think so. Okay, but like, unless you got like a Deus Ex Machina, I'm in my best condition now. Like, what has actually changed, though? I mean, I know you got the Fang, but like, what does that give you some kind of like foresight or something? What's happening here? So I'm not that afraid of that guy at all. But I'm terrified of this ugly-ass cat. I feel you, Yama, I feel you. When I first fought him, my whole body was so tense. But now, that's all gone. Hey, Yama! I feel surprisingly light. Right. This is like a light sparring. Yama, I'll attack first, so look for an opening, okay? Doom, you know, man, I feel so bad for Doom, bro, because he's just out here like he's just trying to get some sense into this fight here, where he's like, bro, we can't just be charging at him. Okay, let's look at it like this. Like, I'll throw some attacks from a distance, get him moving around, I'll try to expose an opening, and then you hit him in the weak spot when it's time. And Yama's just like, I'm going to fuck his shit up. It's like, Yama, I know that's what you want to do. We all want you to do that. But, like, we just need a plan to go ahead and get that done. Let's have fun. Yama, do whatever you like. Damn it. He's still uncontrollable. So how on earth is this any different? I don't know, dude. If you can find a way, if you can find out how, then let me know. That'd be great. Because I'm not really seeing a whole lot. Oh, Yasiracha jumped off the cat. He said, oh, it's personal now. It's gonna be just fitting to be some Dragon Ball Z-ish. Yo, Yasiracha with the toga, bro. Oh. Whoosh. Okay. Huh? It wasn't an attack. His move was so natural and smooth. He's been practicing. As if Shinsu was flowing through. Well, Shinsu do be doing that, you know what I'm saying? That's why Yasiracha couldn't predict it. Nani? Oh, excuse me. My fist is as light as a feather. Got it. Oh. Okay, okay. Interesting. So okay, hold on. Let's do a little rewind here. So Yama rolls up and he starts trying to put the moves on Yasiracha. Yasiracha blocks, and he starts to think Yama's going in for an attack. But then Yama, that wasn't an attack. It was just like the super smooth move that he used to catch Yasiracha off guard. And the reason he couldn't see the attack coming is because there's now like Shinsu flowing through Yama's body, I believe. Right. Yeah. Yama's on that like that Goku, like, I just trained in 1,000 times gravity ish, and like I just came back into the this arena now, and I feel as light as a feather. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Wow. Okay, damn, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The Yama fight and the Doom fight and everything, it's great. It's cool. I'm kind of way more interested in what's going on with Vincent and White though, and Joaquin and Kun and Rack and all that. Just because I don't know, I've kind of like low key dejected myself from this whole thing. Like, not that it's I'm sure it'll be dope, it'll look cool, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's been going on for just a little bit too long, and it's just they've been having this back and forth for a while, where the stakes are definitely lower for me than they were when this started. But who knows? Maybe the end of the fight could prove me wrong, I should say. Hell, I thought the Bam and the White fight was gonna kind of be like that, like just drawn out, giant laser beams at each other, but that shit ended up being epic as hell. This stuff though, this stuff here, this is what I'm talking about. I want to know what the hell's going on with this. So, again, just to recap here, so Bam didn't actually kill White, or again, I think he killed White. Like, White as a singular entity is gone, and now it's kind of like this thing of like Joaquin, Vincent, albeit like all the siblings there, they're like all fighting and vying for control of the body. And because then Vincent even says here, who I'm positive this is who that is because of the short hair, and he's got the other self of what, and actually, if I recall, way back on the Hell Train, I wonder like what's going on with, when Joaquin was talking to Vincent, I think he made it a point to be like, other than me, you're kind of like one of the other dominant forces when it comes to like our sibling dynamic here and the whole like the White spell. So I wonder if that means it's not so much the five, right? I think it was five siblings vying for control, more as it's like Joaquin versus Vincent, right? And like they're now like fighting to gain control of this one body. Yeah, because he says, where is it? He says something about like having oh no, hold on, it's down here. Something about like forcing Joaquin back into like the body, basically. Yeah, it's your other true self. Oh no, maybe it is further up. Okay, well, paraphrasing here, but yeah, basically Vincent says something along the lines of like, oh, good job, you were able to force White or Joaquin back into back into the body. So yeah, so I guess, okay. I'm curious as to like what that means though for that one person, because I always kind of also thought that the spell was the thing that gave them the singular body. And so maybe Bam and Kun and Rack just took the power from them, but didn't break the spell. You know what I mean? So like this, it's kind of like the worst deal of that spell, where it's like they're all stuck in one body, but they just don't have any power, or not nearly as much as White did. Let's just say, but like they still have to vie and fight for control of that one body. So it's like literally 5 characters in one body. Yeah. A $5 super chat from Piper Charms. Thank you very much. The wings were Coon's. You can see them from Coon's back when he headbutts Rack. Also, great stream so far. Here's some support. Thank you very much. Oh, they were Coon's. Okay, so they all got the same kind of fit now. Let's go double check that real quick. Not that I don't believe you, but I just want to be sure. You can see when Rack headbutts him. Oh yeah, you're right. You're totally right. You are 100% correct. Okay. Okay, so now they all just have that a bit, like basically all of I'm curious as to like what transferred up, because obviously like Coon and Rack got the power up from White in his abilities, but like is it just a general buff to all of their existing abilities? Obviously Coon and Rack at the very least gained a new ability in terms of flight, like Coon with these wings, and I don't know if Rack also needs the wings or if he can just straight like float now. He's just like a, you know, like a floating crocodile or alligator, whichever one he is. If there's abilities specific to White that they now both gained, and Bam at some extent. And then Coon makes this remark, Rack is like, oh man, I feel, you know, I'm floating in the air, I'm lighter than a feather, all that stuff. Yeah, then there also must have been a huge change within Bam, and then it's this panel specifically, which I think is supposed to represent the line that Bam drew, you know, like in terms of his power and the demons and stuff, like sort of splintering, because from the last chapter there was that whole thing with like, you know, you saw that huge like pit of the souls, all the different souls in Bam coming up, and the blue Thresha was like kind of like on this ledge, like overlooking it, and he's like basically like, oh fuck, this dude is like, you know, glutton, bro. Like he's just feasting and feasting. Like this thing is just, he's just, you know, his inner power is just gonna eat up all these souls. So I wonder if like now that he's got basically that, the blue Thresha, the red Thresha, the thorns, and some of White's power, like it's that line is becoming less you know, less unified, less like specific. It's like starting to fray, and it, you know, so that's like a representation of his power kind of splitting almost out of control. I don't know. Very interesting stuff. Huh. Interesting indeed, chat. Okay. This was interesting. I kind of want to get more of this whole power stuff. Again, my whole thing with the Coon and Rack power up is like, yes, it's convenient. Yes, it was like clearly inserted to keep Coon and Rack relevant, but like I said in the last stream, unless SIU's plan was to literally ditch Coon and Rack as relevant characters after this arc, like it had to happen. Because there's literally no, if Bam had gotten all of White's power, he'd literally basically be in his own story. Like there'd be no feasible way for Coon, Rack, you know, anybody to like even remotely consider the possibility of competing or being by his side, because he'd just be on another like plane of existence basically. So yeah, it's a little shoehorned, but like it kind of had to happen, especially if we're going to keep these characters in. My fear isn't so much that they got this power up now, but it's more like, okay, is that the method in which SIU is planning on giving other characters power-ups in the future? Because that's where, you know, I actually watched like Bonehead put out a video about like his thoughts on it, and I basically, you know, almost verbatim agree, is that it's not so much that I'm concerned that like they got this power-up now, but it's like, okay, is this the vehicle that SIU is going to use in the future to insert, you know, power-ups to characters who were less relevant in order to make them feel relevant? Because again, despite the, you know, I guess you could argue necessity of these characters needing a power-up like this, the power-up itself literally came out of nowhere. Like it feels like Bam did a lot of whacking on White, and then Coon and Rack came in and just kind of bopped him on the head once, and they all got a three-way split. You know what I mean? It's like it's a little, you know, very, very convenient. So I'm not, you know, it's whatever, right? Like I'm kind of, again, and this is how I felt about the Bam White fight to begin with, and even Bam's power up. It's like, especially reading this weekly now, I kind of have to see where things play out, right? Reading one chapter, it's kind of hard to definitively take a stance and be like, oh, this information is the worst thing ever, or this is the best thing, because I don't know, right? This is a long continued story that SIU is clearly crafting, so I don't want to like jump the gun and be like, you know, yes or no without any information. So I definitely want to, but I'm curious, and I guess cautiously optimistic, you know, that maybe this was like, you know, I don't want to say a one-time thing, but that this was something he used for Kun and Rack specifically, because he kind of considers them to be like, you know, main characters with Bam. Whereas, like, let's say if we had to, if there was some method, I don't know. Actually, I was trying to think like other characters that could use a power up in order to stay relevant, but like, how would they get one? Because like, think about like Hots, right? The last time we saw him, like him with Shibisu, and they were, you know, rescuing those people and stuff and fighting that one guy. Like that whole scene was literally used, and that whole fight was literally was used to demonstrate to us Hots' like his mindset and how far apart the gap is between someone like Hots and someone like Bam, right? Just holding that sword and swinging it once basically had Hots keeling over, ready to die. Like he was completely spent, 100% wiped out of energy, and we know that's the kind of crap that Bam can be doing on the reg. And we saw from his fight that what Hots did was like laughable compared to what Bam is capable of doing. I'll say, not necessarily saying that Bam could produce what he did with White on the reg, but A, at some point he probably will be able to, and B, it's almost irrelevant because again, if that's the highest Bam can go, even Bam's neutral is still leagues above where Hots is, and you know, respectively, even Shibisu. So I'm wondering, like, if those characters are to stay relevant, I don't know what the plan would be then to keep them in the game, at least in a combat capacity. Because sure, you could have these characters inserted in other ways, I guess, but obviously it would give them less screen time, and I'm sure people, that's one of the fandom's biggest complaints is that, you know, a lot of favorite side characters have been sort of shoehorned to just, you know, these random delegated roles, and nobody really gets the kind of face time that obviously these three get. But yeah. I think Kun looks cool with the wings, but glad Rack doesn't have them, as I think Rack would look odd with wings. I do agree with that. I do, yeah. I think the wings kind of work for like the humanoid characters. You know what I mean? Kun and Bam, they make it work because it just looks good aesthetically, that design. Rack, especially because most of the time he's small, it would just look kind of weird. So I guess like just a floating Rack is the only way to go. Yeah, I guess it does look better than Rack with wings. I do agree. I definitely agree with that. Oh, maybe the lion became the crown. I like that. Yeah, I think it's yeah, I don't know, man. And especially because this chapter, the series, you know, this arc or whatever, it's called a dark twist. Like, I've been holding to that, like, we might see Bam go down, you know, a very corrupted path or corrupted version of his path in this war here, right? In this battle here, where he's sort of in this mindset where he's, you know, he's tired of seeing people die for him. He's tired of everybody hoisting him up on this pedestal. Like, he's quite simply sick of it. He's sick of the status quo. He's sick of the situation. He's sick of the role that he has to play. And he's kind of in, you know, again, we don't know for sure, but I think he might be getting into this mindset and this role of like, okay, honestly, like, F all this, okay? Like, people are right. I got the power to just wipe people out of existence, and I'm just going to make everything the way it was, you know, and kind of just like foregoing all of the variables and all of the intricacies in this fight, which is obviously not good, but I don't know. I think it's an interesting place to take that character, provided it makes sense, because Bam has always kind of been, you know, the pinnacle of morality in this story, even annoyingly so to some degree. So to see him sort of like crack a little bit under the pressure, and the circumstances would be interesting to see. Plus, chat, I know many people have theorized that if Bam were to take some sort of dark route with this character, that a certain very, very favorable blonde-haired secondary main character could come in and save him from that destination, i.e. a way to introduce Wangnan back into the story, because my god, do I need to see my boy Wangnan again. I can't, it's been too long. I don't know what he's doing, and not that I don't care, but I'm like, I need you back, bro. Well, whatever you got going on, like, you know, put him on hold, because like, I just need to see your face. I need to know you're doing well. Okay, you were kind of, you know, really on your, really hitting yourself when we last saw you. So what's up with that? All right, what are we saying here? The 25th Bam 19 Kun. My assumption is that White spell is semi transferred to them. How can they house the power of souls without the spell? Not saying they can devour souls, but that they are simply housing them. Okay. Assumption is that white spells. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what the deal is with this event. That because I thought when we're going into this that it was going to be like we sucked all out White's power, and like White's power. I guess it makes sense when you really think about it, but like I just assumed we were going to be taking all of White's power, and because of that, he'd be forced to split into. He'd either be forced to split into his siblings, or like they'd all just die. Like I don't. I guess again, in hindsight, that's a little. You don't have to go that far because technically, White's power is not the same thing as the spell. So, but I don't know what this dynamic here now is, where it's like they've taken all his power, but I don't know if it's like again all of his power, like every ounce of it, or if it's just, they took all the power that White has ever absorbed. You know what I mean? So Joaquin, like all the base stats basically of White, I guess, and the siblings are still there, but like all the extra power is gone. Um, but they still have this one body. Like they didn't physically separate into five different people. Like they're still in this one body. It just seems that like they're going back and forth because Joaquin was there for a while. He was talking. He was like screaming. He was like, "Oh no! Like you took all my power." But then Vincent came out, and the body changed to make it look like Vincent. So I don't really know what the deal is with this outcome. It's kind of not what I expected 100%. But again, doesn't mean it's bad per se. It just means it's interesting. I'll say that. Um, the one guy who disliked the video. I'm watching you. Kun and Rack came in at the last second to get EXP. Yeah, it's like if you guys are Pokemon fans, they just turn on the EXP share. That's basically what happened. Literally, Bam was doing the entire battle, and then Kun and Rack turned on the EXP share and just got the last hit, and they all got the experience from it. Pipe turns out one guy who last second Bam was struggling to absorb White. You can see in his face he was winning the fight, but he did struggle to absorb. Yeah. It was like telegraphed that Bam probably could not have 100% soloed it, but I mean, it's just interesting that like Bam was clearly the one doing most of the fighting right against White. Like Kun and Rack literally showed up at the last moment, like granted to help him, and the help was needed, but I guess like I think what people have a problem with is that they got the same amount of power up when they did they were working in the fight for less time than Bam was. But I guess, again, to play devil's advocate, you could say, well, they may have been on the battlefield for less time, but the support that they did give Bam, even though it was for a short time, was very needed and arguably might outweigh, you know what I mean, how long they were fighting for. But it's all, it's all semantics. You can't tease a magic sword for this long. Let's see. Maybe the power that Rack and Kun doesn't necessarily have White's abilities. Maybe the power isn't the whole souls, but the power being burned or transmuted into Shinsu energy during his transformation. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually very interesting. I never even thought about that. I guess because, that could be that. That's interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I read? I did not. Pipe Charms, I'm sorry, I did not read the super chat. Another 5 dono, thank you very much. Bam did help absorbing White though. He clearly was having difficulties absorbing. Oh yeah, okay. I did read this. I don't know why it like came up in a super chat, but not. Okay. Well, whatever. I already answered that. Yeah. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I see you guys, engaging in your convo here. It's very interesting. I think what was going on here at the first half of this chapter is definitely sort of, that's what I'm taking away and waiting for next week to see like what the implications of this stuff are, and also like what's his first off, like what is my girl I feel like my girl Arya has just been like chucked into the situation, and like just this poor girl has no idea what's going on, no idea who's who, what's happening, and like gods among men are out here playing boxing with each other, and she's just like, I'm sorry, what? Her head got cut off and now she's alive. Like, it's just, this poor girl has been put through the works. Also, my thing is, what is, Vincent, Joaquin, whoever, what is their game plan here, right? Are they just gonna is it gonna be a thing where it's like they travel with them maybe, but it's like Vincent's the good guy and Joaquin might try to come out and do some bad shit, or are they gonna go off on their own? You know, this excuse me, this setup here in terms of the battlefield doesn't really like lend to making to like anybody really being able to go off and do their own thing. So I'm curious as to like what's gonna what you know, where this goes, what's gonna happen as a result of this, because now this effectively makes, you know, again, not white necessarily, but as long as they have one body, like the Joaquin siblings, it makes them a character again. Like they can still be utilized in some facet. Obviously they don't have any power, so not nearly to the capacity that they could, but you know, it does make something possible. You know, I don't know. Very I have to think on this. Definitely. The way I think it is that they absorbed all the souls, so white is now just the 5 siblings fused and nothing else. Yeah, okay, yeah. Like, so they took all the souls, but white, I mean, not white, Joaquin, like Vincent, you know, etc. They're all still stuck in, like, okay, essentially what I was just having before, where it's like they're stuck in this body still because of the spell that has them fused together, but they just don't have any power, like, you know, or which sucks for them. I mean, you know, it's like, at least if they were split, you know, they'd be like, all right, whatever, we're all just gonna do our own thing, like, you know, F off. But they're like all still stuck fighting for one body while none of them have the power to do anything. Damn. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yep. And then I guess we're going to see what happens with this fight. I don't know how long this fight's going to be between Yama and Yasiracha and Doom. Um, you know, is it going to be concluded next chapter? Is this going to get dragged out several chapters? Because I'm not going to lie. Again, personally, I'm all like I get the need to obviously have it here. This was a pretty big component, being that Yasiracha made this whole game. But I feel like the longer this fight goes, like I said, like my interest of it just kind of drops. At least in terms of the story. So like obviously, you know, give me some Sakuga. A dope fight is a dope fight, but like, you know, I'm hoping this can get wrapped up in a timely manner, I guess is my point. But that's just me. That's just this one man's opinion. Yeah. Yeah. Ja. Alright. Cool. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna end it here. I kind of on a little bit of a rush schedule wise, because I have a bunch of shit that I have to get done this week, and I've got some planning for new shit that I have to start next week. So I think, you know, next week I'm gonna try and start incorporating the blog post into these videos, or into these streams, I should say. Oh, actually, hold on, that reminds me. I'll be putting out posts on this on our socials and all that stuff, but next week I might have to skip next week's stream, and so the week after that I'll just double up with the 2 chapters, because like I said, I have a lot of like restructuring level work to do this week or next week I should say, and so I don't want to like cram this stream into it while I'm figuring everything out. And so I think next week, unfortunately, I'm going to skip. 2 weeks from now, I will be back streaming this, the next 2 chapters, 97 and 98, and yeah, we'll pick it up. Let's see. Maybe I'll be holding white in while Vincent is in charge of the main body now. Yeah, other than Vincent, Albedo definitely seems to be like the, you know, the other sibling to contend with, so I wouldn't put it past that like they're kind of working together to keep Joaquin at bay. But yeah. Definitely some suspicious-ish coming in here. I don't have the blog post right now. And I don't really want to, just to answer your question, Peacekeeper. I'll read them next stream. So yeah. Had fun. Can't wait for the next video. Thank you, 25th BAM 19 Kun. I had fun reading this. I hope you all enjoyed this. Again, referring to our Linktree link down below will show you, you know, any one of the many ways you guys can support us. You have things like our Patreon, obviously subscribing to the channel here, obviously also liking and commenting down on the stream below with your favorite parts of this chapter, perhaps favorite characters. And again, just one more time, I do want to plug our Towers and Gods here. This is a D&D game that is being run over on Dr. Bonehead's channel. It takes place with people like me, fellow YouTubers like Sun Wu and Milios, and some very, very impressive voice actors, i.e. Joe, or Other Joe, and Hannah. And we're doing a sort of D&D inspired Tower of God prequel story. So it takes place roughly 1,500 or 15,000 years before this current story. And yeah, it's a D&D campaign style tabletop game, and we're playing through it now. We have 5 episodes out. They're all on Bonehead's channel. He's got a playlist over there. You can go check them out. And he actually also has a Towers and Gods channel in his Discord server. So if you go into his Discord server, you can talk with a bunch of other fans of the thing, and some of the players and stuff, we hop in there sometimes. There's a lot of different like memes and fan art and stuff that people have made from the show or the game, however you want to call it. It's really cool. It's absolute fun. Easily one of my favorite things that I'm doing right now, and I really want to share it with more people. I want more people to see it because I think it's a really cool, interesting thing that I've never seen done with Tower God, obviously. And Tower God just has such a lore-heavy and specific world that like it's like something that's never been done, but now that it exists, it feels like something that should have been. Like, how did nobody think to do? You know what I mean? Like, taking the lore of Tower God and making your own thing out of it seems like a no-brainer. It seems like such a, like, oh yeah, of course. Like, there's so much, information in the story just with the world that it's a no-brainer. But yeah, Towers and Gods. We're doing it weekly, every Friday night, 7 p.m. EST over on Bonehead's channel. He streams on his YouTube channel. Come on over, say hi, stick around, chat with the people, experience the story, because it's really, I don't know the story any more than like people do, the viewers, but it's unfolding to be something really, really cool. So definitely go check it out. And also, last but not least, the Nightbot has been throwing in links all throughout the stream here in the chat to our Linktree link, which gets you all the different links and to all our different channels and websites and all the different ways that you can support us if you so wish to do that. All right, folks, that's going to be it, though. Again, thank you all so much for stopping by. Thank you guys for taking the time to hang out with me, read some Tower God, do a little bit of theory talking, always good, always fun. I love this story, and I want more of it. So with that being said, I'll see you all next week. Or, sorry, I just did like a whole announcement and then I fucked that up. I will see you all in 2 weeks with the next 2 chapters of Tower God, Season 3. Peace, peace.
that's a triple play. New episodes, I couldn't wait. Yeah, open your mind at the first gate. Press play, no need to debate. AoA, check me out. Look, clocked in, you can catch the hype. Golden Dawn, how we follow the light. Anime like life, married to it, my wife. All these episodes we binging. 3 points, how the Benz is, and it started just with some friendship. Now the videos is endless. Double A with that O in the middle. All my hate, but them boys is brittle. I've been the senpai, and we going crazy like hentai. 3 dudes that been studying this. Apostle, you don't need an exorcist. Tune in to like once a week. End over, how we bringing the heat. Jesus, AoA, that's a triple play. New episodes, we couldn't wait. Apostles of anime. Yeah, open your mind, that's the first gate. Press play, no need to debate. Apostles of anime. AoA, that's a triple play. New episode.